This morning, I read an article that had an interesting thesis, and I thought it would be brilliant to work through it with you. And who knows, maybe we can take something away to practically apply to our businesses. This article, published by McKinsey and Company back in May 2020, discusses how we are living through a time when our customers are bombarded with choices from multiple channels, meaning that brand trustworthiness is now more important to them than ever before. The authors write, "Consumers now jump from brand to brand, product to product, and site to site at a flick of their wrists. At the same time, brand relevance remains high. Brands are beacons of trust. The more choices consumers have, the more important these beacons become." They go on to discuss how strong brands consistently outperform the market and present some high-level figures, which honestly, to a small business builder like you and me, it is going to make little sense. But what I wanted to share with you was what they concluded great brands are made up of. The authors write, brands draw their power from three sources: science, art, and craft. Science is scientifically testing customers and market behavior so you can build a brand that is engineered to respond to their conscious and subconscious needs. Art is creatively bringing to life the business purpose and goals. Craft is crafting a brand experience every time the customer interacts with your business. Rather than talk in high-level fluffy business talk, I was curious if we could apply this to a real business out there to help us see the concept in action. I chose Amazon. Let's explore. Some of the challenges for Amazon to incorporate in their brand strategy are: how can Amazon connect with the customer better to beat out its competitor and close a sale? Bear in mind, Amazon's shopfront is on the internet and its competitor could simply be open on the next tab in the same browser. Being an everything store rather than a specialist brand, it is harder to train customers to remember to search for Amazon for whatever they're looking for. So another challenge for the brand is, how do they stay on top of their customer's mind? The solution to all of the above is for Amazon to be the stronger brand. Let's see how they do this through the McKinsey's lens of science, art, and craft. Let's first turn to science. Jeff Bezos has famously said, "We've had three big ideas at Amazon we've stuck with for 18 years, and they're the reason we're successful. Put the customer first, invent, and be patient." To a non-business mind, this might come across as the hell back to the customer is always right mantra, but it in fact speaks to Amazon's obsession with understanding what drives the customer, consciously and unconsciously, both on and off the site. Amazon was not always the everything store. We all know its starting point was books. Take a moment to consider that actually. A bookseller is now selling you your technology, office goods, clothes, food, pantry items, and so much more. How the hell did Bezos pull that one off? Anyway, simply put, he perfected the art of being the middleman and became an agent for the customer. By scientifically collecting data on the customer's movements on his shopfront, Amazon.com, and fine-tuning its performance to the nth degree, he built a relationship of trust with the customer far beyond what a traditional business who is having to juggle product design, manufacture, sales, and operations ever could. So when Amazon announced its sidestep into another product area, the customers simply trusted the brand's ability to do so. The investment in scientific analysis and acting on the results definitely paid off there. Their scientific approach to develop a deep understanding of its customers has shepherded Amazon to change the face of e-commerce with features such as no-fuss comprehensive product descriptions with images and now video, transparent reviews, fast and free delivery, one-click buying, subscription services, continuous basket building across platforms for purchase at one time. The impact of all of this, beyond designing cool features and product lines, is that the customer feels understood. Feeling seen is a powerful yet invisible tug at your trust in a brand to deliver all it has promised, and it all begins with scientific analysis of your data. Next, let's look at Amazon's brand strategy through the lens of art. Amazon's central driver and purpose is no doubt understanding and meeting the needs of the customer. By holding on to this central tenet, Amazon has been able to become creative on so many fronts. One of the major areas of innovation has been the design of a crowdsourced supply chain. Amazon went way beyond eBay's auction platform and created a never-before-seen supply chain system for independent sellers to tap into with centralized warehousing, stock management, and delivery. This has allowed Amazon to remain focused on the customer and the data they generate, rather than innovating a whole product line of their own. Other than this, Amazon has opened its mind and doors to a range of other services it could sell, including media and tech. And so today we've got the benefits of products such as Kindle, Prime TV, Prime Music, Amazon Echo, Amazon Web Services, amongst many others. It is clear to see how the investment in the deep-rooted understanding of their customer and the markets have sparked creativity within the Amazon team, which has given the brand a unique medley of products and solutions that appeal to customers on a global scale. Lastly, let's look at Amazon's brand strategy through the lens of craft. I must say, Amazon has truly maximized the opportunity created at each customer touchpoint in the purchase transaction by making their customer experience memorable and smooth, so much so that the customers can rarely resist coming back to shop again and again. It helps if we first divide the customer interaction into 3 stages: pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase. During the pre-purchase stage, Amazon's brand experience is made up of easy search, uniformed and appropriately detailed product information, easy view of the review ratings, and search memory. During the purchase stage, Amazon's brand experience is made up of automatic logins, save payment details, options for one-click purchases, subscriptions, easy basket organization with the save for later features. And during the post-purchase stage, Amazon's brand experience is made up of fast and free delivery, excellent customer service, and temptations to revisit the site through features such as Prime TV and Prime Music. If we go back to Amazon's business challenges, which we outlined at the start of the case study, can Amazon connect with the customer better to beat out the competitor and close a sale? And number 2, how do they stay on top of their customer's mind? I would say they have definitely powered up their brand to tackle these challenges head on through the 3 sources of science, art, and craft. Seeing all of this in action on a real-world business has made the process a lot clearer for us to apply to our businesses that we are creating. These are the steps that I would take. First, I would identify the business challenges your brand is facing. Where the challenges are, that is where the opportunity is, because the chances are your competitors are having to deal with them too. Then, I would scientifically look at what you can do to better understand your customer and the market you are operating in. Collect as much research and data as you can. Some ideas of data that you can possibly collect are where and how your customers found you, what are their pain points, how long it takes for a typical sales transaction to get processed, at what point in your sales pipeline do you lose most of your customers, and what do customers complain about the most, and where does your team keep making errors, what do your customers congratulate you for. Treat all the research you collect as raw data, which you then go on to use to fine-tune not only your product design, but also your technique in interacting with the customer and the wider market they're a part of. The main thing here is to let the customer behavior data guide you and not your own bias and preference. Next, I would identify the purpose or the core tenet of your business. For Amazon, it was all about understanding and serving the customer's need. For my business, we focus on understanding what it takes to build happy and healthy businesses. What is it for you? When you know, you can then start your day asking what is the best way you're going to achieve that core purpose. The singular focus on the customer needs for Amazon led it to developing a powerful e-commerce platform that successfully converted sales day after day. This then went on to allowing Amazon to become the everything store we know it for today. Lastly, I would then look at your customer's journey through the pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase stages. Consider what your brand can do during these stages and how you can stand out from what your competitors are doing. I totally appreciate there was a lot of information in this video, so to help you digest, I have linked my detailed article breaking down all the points we discussed. There you can also find a downloadable PDF to talk you through the action steps which you can work through with your team. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Hi, my name's Priyanka. Did you like the video? The only way I'm going to know is if you subscribe.